It was cold. The engines had died for a couple of centuries now. Why was I awake? What awoke me? Questions started to pop into my mind. Was this on purpose? Was the war over? Ever since the Orokin had captured Earth and the Moon, there's been war. What would I do if it was over? Are my people still alive? I got up. Everything in my body ached as I made my way to the cockpit of my gunship. She was armed to the teeth with every weapon and gadget invented during the Third Orokin War. The war. My mission. What was it? I couldn't remember. It's been too long a time. I turned on the ship's systems again. First the power core, then the main engine cell, then auxiliaries. She responded fine, even after all these centuries. Everything turned on in an orderly fashion. I looked at the star chart. Home system, it said brightly at the top of the map. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. Wait. Where was the moon? Did they really... I didn't think it through further. I recalled the log data, looked at all the timestamps. Even without the main core turned on, the logging device could stay turned on basically indefinitely. I checked the last timestamp. 45.335 AD? That's not possible. If that system's data was correct, which it's supposed to be, I was in cryostasis for over 3,000 years. How could I? Questions over questions again. I began feeling a headache. I was in the void, that was for sure. And I needed to get out. If the Orokin found my energy signature out here, they'll surely capture me, just like they did with all the others. I began to remember these machines. Warframes. Our own people turned against us to use the Orokin technology with human thinking. That was the reason. The reason for my creation. I was a soldier, created with the sole purpose to hunt and destroy these traitors. I could feel an old rage burning up inside me again. For they took her back then, and I was the one supposed to end her. How could I, though? Why was I supposed to do that? I had fought hundreds of these machines, some of them steered by her. She'd been filled with such anger, such determination to kill me. But I didn't feel the same. I couldn't stop it. That's why I placed myself in the void. That's why I buried myself in this realm forbidden to mankind. I needed to get out. I started up to Face Rift Drive, destination Earth. I needed to see with my own eyes what had happened to my planet, to my homeworld, the place where I was born. After 15 minutes, I came out of Lift 1. It was a smooth transition. I had gotten used to the rough rides which a warship gave you. The stealth drives were fully engaged to a point where I could not be identified on any system. Earth. I couldn't believe what I saw. Earth. It was destroyed. Crawling with these abominations. I let the ship's AI core do a scanning sweep, and it quickly translated their blabbering into an understandable language. Grineer. Corpus. Tenno. The old enemy. They were still around. The Orokin won the war. Was she still around? There really was no way to find out at the given point in time, so I set out to establish contact with those Grineer. After all, how could you abstain when you got a shared enemy? My endoskeleton as well as the exosuit were both intact and operational. The Reaping Shard, my trusty sword, was too, so I mounted it in its disassembled state on my right arm. I sat down roughly 2 kilometers from one of the Grineer checkpoints. The air was moist and thick. Earth had dissolved into a jungle, quite the opposite as to what we did to the planet. Who is there? The presumably man, clad in green armor, yelled at me. Name's Nathan. Nathan White, that is. I responded with my English accent, a leftover he clearly did not respond well to. Tenno scum. Wow, calm there, buddy. I'm not a Tenno, alright? He didn't react well at all. And by that, I mean he opened fire. The shields took the first couple of hits, but I needed to get into melee range quickly. Reaping Shard was the only weapon I had available at the time, so I expanded it to its full size, nearly man height, and I made a leap upwards on the wall. A move any conventional soldier would have been stunned by, but those people seemed to be used to stuff like that. I quickly ended his misery with 2 clean cuts through his armor. At least that hasn't grown better. After a 4-minute-long skirmish with the local security forces, I set out to my ship again. I cleaned the blood of my blade and clothes, and set a course to find the corpus. For once, if I had found them, chances would be high I'd find the Tenno. And once I found Tenno, I could find out if she was still alive. That's where I set out to. Jupiter. To stalk the so-called Alad V and find the Tenno. And this was just the beginning. Nathan Whitelog, date 09023321. Amazing. So this was a story from Mr. ItsBroken. And he also says, woo, hell of a lot of work there. I originally intended it to be much longer. Had to cut it down for your sanity, though. I hope you still found it all right. I had the idea of the last human left in the solar system fighting everyone storyline for a while now. And you've given me the place to realize it now. This is obviously not the full story of this fan Warframe universe, but it's a start. See you end of it, hopefully. And thanks for giving me a reason to finally write this down. This was such an amazing story, and I would love to hear the rest of it. So if you have the time, please send the rest of the story. I really want to know more. So you just won 200 platinum. Please contact me, and we will figure it out, and you will get your platinum. And that's it for the video. So I hope you enjoyed the story, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.